You know, if you're the social pretty girls or pretty antisocial. God, I always fuck that up. I'm grabbing two guys at a time and I'm just shaking them in my face. Oh, real media player.
Say his name and he appears.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I know who that is, by the way. I know who real media player is. He's some.
I got the internet going nuts.
Thank you so much for your generosity yesterday. You guys were incredible. Let's keep that up today. 270 is the number. Now, we don't have a goal anymore. If you missed last night's show, you missed a lot of developments. We found a pastor that changed our life here on Steel Toe last night. That's right. You could say we had a religious experience. So there's this pastor. He called the 40,000 the miracle. And I was like, damn, that's good. That sounds better than the goal, So we're now calling what we used to call the goal the miracle here on Steel Toe. So we're 270 away from the miracle and 30 minutes of overtime. And then he came up with this phrase that we're embracing. Giving is worship. Hey, when you click on the PayPal, the Streamlabs, or the Venmo link, and you give money to the show, it's not a donation anymore. As MSO said, it's worship. So send in your worship. Now, I don't know what to do here because we do call our biggest worshipers top tonations. So I don't know what to do with that because I like tonations. But they're also not donations anymore. They're worship. Giving is worship. And we're $270 away from the miracle. I love this guy. Aaron moved to Chicago, become a radical screaming pastor. Goal problem solved. We don't have goals anymore. Officially, April 1st, 2025, Steel Toe has eliminated the goal. The goal is done. All that's left is the miracle. And we're 270 away from the miracle today because you guys got way down there yesterday. There was a lot of worship yesterday. Lots of worship. And so we got to the miracle. Hulkamasha Baby says toe shippers. Toe shipper? You know what? Toe shippers and back. Roll with toe shippers. Well, anyway, the people who have done the most worship so far this week, we got Jasper at $1.80. Fuck you, dude, at 100, Bandit at 50, and Gray Duckling at 47. So 270 away from the miracle. Giving is worship. This is our boy, Marvin Sapp. We found him yesterday. People went, Aaron, this guy, you got nothing on this guy. Yeah, so there's no goal anymore. There's just the miracle. And it's not a donation anymore. It's worship. Remember, giving is worship. Fauci's Pangolin says, what a f***ing charlatan piece of horseshit. That's why I like doing what I do. I don't have to sully God's name to do it, just my own. It's kind of nice. Eagle of America says, unfortunately, I can't worship a false idol. Oh, Approachable says, top tonators are the Toe-siples. Love it. Yes. So it's now going to be giving is worship, and the top tonators will now be the top Toe-siples. And the goal is now the miracle. God, we've been looking for a religious bend to this show, and I think we've finally found it. Giving is... Thank you to Marvin Sapp for helping us out. Perfect. All right, well, let's get started today. Throw in your worship, and let's see how far down we can make this miracle go. 270 is the number for today. Hey, breaking news, and I don't... thank you very much. Easy Money's wife with $5 in worship says, here's my favorite holiday. Happy April Fool's Day. Watch out, Easy Money. Yeah, I don't believe shit today. Everybody's going to be... It's all going to be a bunch of nonsense. Don't fall for it. 250 away from today's miracle. Remember, it's the miracle, not the goal. And all of your contributions are worship. not donations. Thank you to Marvin Sapp. $2.50 away from today's miracle. Giving is worship. Thank you very much. Packerbacker says, never thought of that, actually. Imagine waiting. You finally turned 21, and all the bars are closed. Well, that's what they said about the Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Hey, look, if you're not worshiping, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit share. Let's get hey, if we can get to 800, we can get to 1,000 over time, right? Just keep doing good shows. You guys keep hitting like and share and all that happy horse shit. Thank you to Bigot on Socialist Media for gifting a sub to Landers. And Landers, of course, if he says, oh no, LOL, pay it forward. Let's get the Rumble subscription chain going. And by the way, if you guys, I did the math yesterday with all these gifted memberships on Rumble, if you guys renew them all, I did the math after the evening show. The daily goals on both shows will drop by at least $25 a day if we all renew these memberships that were being gifted. And yeah, Landers, feel free to pay it forward, buddy. Feel free to pay it forward. Kalama. Hold on a second. As we read from the Book of Church and completely stall the whole show, Bloody Marys and aspirin will give a hangover one hell of a fight. But my remedy for handling the hands of time is Seeger singing Hollywood Nights. Even the losers get lucky sometimes. A paradise by the dashboard light, and I'm just fine. I'm doing all right. We ain't as young as we used to be, but young at heart is so easy. When you let some loud guitars and words and rhymes handle the hands of time. The word of the Lord. All right, I'll stop. Trigano with 5 gifted members. $1 worship from Plankton says, Aaron says the word you know like every 90 seconds, and it's driving me nuts. Am I really? Then I have to stop. You know, that's really bad. I'm going to pay attention to it now. Thank you, Plankton. I got paid to annoy the shit out of that guy, but at least he let me know it's better to suffer in silence. You know? All right. Definitely don't throw in your worship today on Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants and include the words, you know, in it. Definitely don't send in your worship with the words, you know, because that would be a total move. 210 away from today's miracle, not goal. 210 away from today's miracle. Remember, giving is worship. And giving on PayPal and Venmo is the best kind of worship. Rumble's great, too. YouTube's fine. Nothing wrong with that kind of worship. But we hit the miracle a lot faster the other ways. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you tolerating my shamelessness. All right, let's see how many old school people we've got. And let's see how many, you put your hands on the kids, you got to get fired from your school job. Did I just, didn't I? Now I'm paying attention. And thank you to Leah for gifting a subscription, gifting a membership over on Rumble. To JL Not Here. Let's see if JL Not Here goes ahead and passes that one along. 210 away from today's goal. Thank you very much. Yeah, Zen Man. Shame. Ding, ding. Shame. Maybe, hey, what's after Stu Peters? Oh, we have the New Jersey Democratic mayor arrested for drunk driving with her toddler in her car. That'll be fun, right? We're $205 away from today's goal/miracle. That's still a long ways away, and it's not 8 o'clock yet. Can we get a little rally here? Can we drop a little few 5s and 10s, get maybe a $50, $60 rally here and get ahead for today? That would be lovely. That would be awesome. Thank you very much. Over 700 people checking out the toe. Hit like, hit subscribe. Oh, by the way, speaking of over 700, between 700 and 800 people watching the show, I think it's time to declare a unanimous decision, perhaps even a knockout victory for the toe. Look at that number. Not looking good for the old onion anymore. Peaking out at 500. What do you do? They're starting to go away. They're like, Patrick, the toe's been posting a lot of W's over you lately. It ain't looking good, bud. The toe's been exposing you. He's been making you. And by the way, what the fuck is with this monkeypox sore right here? This fucking thing ain't going away. He's sick. He's got a disease of some sort. He's like, it's not the losing weight kind of disease. You can still be a giant hunchback and have this big ass sore on you. Like, he's got a giant sore that takes up from here to here on his eye. But I think the more concerning thing is that they're doing 500 people. They're down to 500, and the toe's still hanging out at 800. Yikes. Bro, it's over. Today, we officially declare, so we exposed him on the felony thing. We exposed him on the town square thing. We exposed him on the veterans thing. They're 0 for 3 in their last 3, and they were probably 1 and 6 before that. So they're about 1 and 9 against the toe, and I'm being generous on that one. And now they're dropping to about half the audience the toe has. Until, I will say this, Patrick will see this, Moody will see this. They will buy viewership, and they will kick those numbers up. They have to. They don't have the ability to be honest and just take the L. They will purchase. But, man, 800 to 500, boys, that's not a negligible amount. It is over. It's over. Thank you to Misery Loves Clips for posting that up there. He also put this up there. Kevin Brennan at 548. What the fuck happened to MLC, guys? Like, I don't follow this world anymore. I basically get my news from Misery Loves Clips. And then, by the way, this isn't like the beginning of their show. This is the meat of both of their shows. These are the peak numbers. The fuck happened to MLC? That used to be like a 1,000 viewer thing. And like, don't get me wrong, we used to be at 1,000 during the peak of all this crazy shit going on. But, I mean, we stuck around at 800. What happened? I mean, I understand what happened to Patrick. You make your whole show about me and you keep getting exposed, you're going to lose people. It happens. But Kevin's not doing anything different. Is he? He's doing the same show he's always done. What the f***? What an awful thing to go through. Thank you guys very much. We're in even 200 away from today's miracle. Make it happen, guys. Let's knock it out. Let's call it a win for the toe. We're having a good time today. We're at 8:15, so we're only a little bit behind. But let's knock it out. Yesterday was a great day. We started today with another very small goal. We were 60, 70 bucks in. So if you feel like throwing in, man, really nothing on the PayPal and Streamlabs and Venmo today. So if you guys want to juice that up a bit, I certainly wouldn't be mad. Remember, this show runs on the miracle / the goal. We run on that. If it doesn't get to 0, that's, a day we fall behind. We only ask for what we need to get that number. So if you could help, we'd appreciate it. Also, 30 minutes of overtime if we knock that number out. Got about an hour 45 left in regulation. Let's turn that into 2 hours and 15 minutes and keep this whole party rolling, huh? $200 away. Let's rally up and not worry about it. Dead Game says that sore's been on Melton's face for over a month, and they're calling it Melton pox. It's really gross. I don't know what it is, but he's having an issue. There's some kind of health trouble there. And he's notoriously, remarkably dishonest with his audience about himself. Like, he's insecure about the dog thing. He lied about, that's another thing we exposed him on was the dog thing. And he's still lying about that. He's not addressing the thing on his face and what illness that might be. He hides his house on Google. Tries to hide all that. Everybody else should show everything and do everything. He hides everything. He's a bitch. He's still very much reeling from the red bar thing. Now we're his new red bar. We're kicking his ass. He's very see-through. That's why outside of that insular community, which is getting smaller, he's looked at as a fucking creep and a weirdo. That's why he has to pay people to clip him. Believe you me. He pays people to clip him because nobody else will, because they find him gross. I mean, ask any of the Clippers. So it's all kind of falling apart, and then you get the sores on your face, and it's just bad news. I mean, when you're having to, you can't even invent W's at this point. Nicholas, my golfing buddy with $10. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. There we go, guys. Down to 190. Let's go bananas. Let's knock that shit out. Let's call it a win for the toe. It's rally time. Thank you. About 700 of you checking out the show. We appreciate it. That's a low number for us. 700. That's our low water mark. So thank you guys very much. I'm just very thankful I'm not down to 500. I appreciate that. Like and subscribe, follow, share. We appreciate it. This was really funny. It's horrible. Zen Man builds with $5. Thank you very much. Here we go, guys. The rally's beginning. Let's rack them up. Let's go, baby. 185 away from today's goal. Keep it going. Got Zen Man, everybody else. Nicholas, my golfing buddy, with 10. Let's do it. He says, Asian guy forgot this part. All right, let's check that out in a second here. There's something about, watching Asians be racist to I Show Speed that's just so wildly entertaining to me. I can't help it. Dive Bar with $1 says, I'm going to guess that when you and Nicholas go golfing, you pay for everything. Well, he became Nicholas, my golfing buddy, because we saw each other on the golf course a couple of years ago, and I was looking for a ball off the fairway. I think he was looking for a ball off his fairway. And he was like, hey, Aaron, I love the show, blah, 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 blah. And then he gave me his name and everything else. So now every time he donates, he's Nicholas, my golfing buddy. Simple enough, right? Thank you guys very much for your generosity today. 185 away from today's goal, and over 700 of you checking out the toe. Hit like, hit subscribe. Hitting those thumbs up works. Gets us in the old algorithm. Gets us new people coming in here. Hit share, hit like, hit subscribe, and throw us a few bucks if you feel so inclined. All the links are in the chat. We're 185 away. We're a little bit behind. We're about $35 behind, but that's easy to take care of. Do it. Go for it. Everybody throw a little bit in. We were just about to start a rally a little bit ago, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me open up this next hour's worth of stories, and then we can talk about our friends at Midland Armory in downtown Foley, Minnesota. Of course, Midland Armory with a great selection of what you need for personal protection. Wheels of justice turn a little too slowly for their liking when it comes to this dick bag. 185 away from today's goal. Let's go. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Let's do this. Let's get it knocked out. We're 185 away. One more rally, and I think we'll be right back on track. Let's do it, guys. Giving is worship, as Marvin Sapp says. Giving is worship. Let's hit the miracle. Invite the racist Asian lady to the anniversary show. She'd be right at home. No, you guys are going to behave yourselves much better at the anniversary show this year. You guys are going to behave yourselves. I know you are. You're going to behave yourselves so much better. Did you see Trump? Kid Rock is full of shit here. Oh. Kid Rock being accused of being full of shit by the steel toe crowd. Okay. Guys, I'll shoot you straight. I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to worry about today. We are been doing a bang-up show. I got the word about 20 minutes before the show started that Johnny wasn't going to be here today. We have made a whopping $90 in about our first 3 hours. We are 185 away from today's goal, and I can tell you, I sure would appreciate you guys throwing in a few bucks, rallying up, little Streamlabs, little PayPal, little Venmo, little gifted membership, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, whatever you want to do. I'd really appreciate you guys just throwing in a little. We're getting close to that, shooting distance. But boy, I'd like to go into this last hour a little bit better than 185. It's making me. It's one of those deals where when the story's playing, I'm thinking about it, and I'm a bit distracted. So if you could help out, I'd appreciate it. L Train says, we got it, boss. I know you got it. That's why I'm not begging you. That's why I'm just bringing it up and saying, hey, Here's where I'm at. Let's do a little worship. As Marvin Sapp says, I think I'm going to drop that worship thing. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm going back to goal. Ugh. I don't mind miracle, but the giving is worship is, ugh. I'm just going to write thank you. There we go. That's better. I didn't like that. Actual Steel Toe fan says maybe Cuck-O can raise the funds. They asked how much money to have Cuck-O do the show Thursday, and I said $1,000. Somebody throws in $1,000 on PayPal. It has to be after the cut. It's $1,000, and then we do Cuck-O. No Pen 15 Fathead said how much for me to get my name on the board for a month and track what I give, and I said a $300 drop in. We'll give you that. You can the whole month of April. We'll make a spot for you on the board that will track just you. And he asked us yesterday, and I had to come up with a number, and I think it was Leah came up with 300, and I said, that'll work. Ablo Pacheco says, just don't lock the doors until the goal is met, like Marvin Sapp did. Yeah, see, that's the thing. We don't lock the doors on you. You can walk out anytime you want. But yeah, heading into 9 o'clock at 185 is I choke on that number a little bit, and it distracts a bit. So yeah, please and thank you. If you got a little something to give the Steel Toe Show, I would appreciate it. You know, we run on those donations. You know, us getting to zero is how we pay the bills around here. So we do appreciate your contributions. I'm gonna clip out the I Show Speed and Johnny Somali thing we did today. But for some reason, people keep putting piss bottles next to this Alex Van Dunn's garbage can. While I'm doing this story, make me feel a little better about today. Throw in a few bucks. I'm not asking you personally to throw $100 in. Just a bunch of you throw in 5 or 10. Let's get this number down. Let's make it a nicer, easier show today. I appreciate it. Thank you. I know that numbers are always going to be down when Johnny's not here and it's a solo show, but let's knock out that goal and feel a little better. Thank you, guys. Please and thank you. I'm asking nicely. Stream. All the links are in the chat. Click on them. Let's rally it up and call it a win for the toe. Appreciate it. Thank you. Go ahead and help me feel a little better about today's program, because we're still in the double digits. We haven't even gotten to the triples yet. Here we go. Let's go. Let's do this one, and I'll try to distract myself, and you guys be generous.
Yeah, this is the bin.
Well, guys, let's hit refresh and see what we did during that segment. We're 185 away, and we got less than an hour left, and I told you guys that missing by this much is really kind of fucking with me in the show, and it's distracting the shit out of me. Nothing. Zero. That's, guys, it does mean something to me that we knocked that out. So if you would, I'd appreciate it. Again, I'll repeat myself. I would appreciate it. You know, all levity aside, we're having fun, but it does mean a lot to me that gets to zero. I like it. I appreciate you guys who contribute, and I love those weeks where, you know, when people drop in $100, that's fucking great. Don't get me wrong. But when it's 5, 10, 15, $20 at a time, I love that. I just love that kind of everyone pooling together and supporting the show. I like that. We're 185 away from today. I'd really appreciate it if we stayed hot. So if you got a couple bucks to throw at the toe, click that link that I just put in the chat. Throw us a few dollars, gift some memberships, whatever you want to do. Yesterday was unbelievable. Yesterday was fantastic. Keep it up. We got less than an hour left. We're a long ways. 185 is a long ways away. And I'd really just like to see a rally, so I think we have a shot today. Like right now, 185, we don't have a prayer. So I really just like to get to a point where in this last 50 minutes, I feel like we've got a shot, because otherwise, it really takes the wind out of the old sails, you know? Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. And if you don't like this show, you love this part. Like if you hate Steel Toe, you hate me, and we've been kicking your ass lately and you don't like it, this is like your reprieve. You get a little break here. So, guys, take that joy away from those people, and let's get ourselves a win. We win at everything else. We do a better show. We get more viewers. We're a more successful deal. Once we knock out that goal, we're bulletproof. We're invincible. We're undefeatable. Coach Benjamin, becoming a member for 6 months. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Says, sounds like Ralph visited that neighborhood. Oh, Ethan. No, he keeps his piss bottles right down there by his streaming setup. Actual Steel Toe fan says, nah, man, the grift is over. Suffer. It's not a grift. I mean, there's nothing grifty about Steel Toe. We're very honest about our money. The grift is when you go, oh, yeah, we're doing this for you. No. I like doing this show for a living. And the only way I can make it work is to ask you guys for a certain goal every day. And that's what your goal goes to, is us doing the show. No, I am very proud to say no grifting going on here. Just giving it to you straight. So load us up. Let's get those 5, 10s, and 20s in there. Let's make this thing go today. 185 away. Make me feel like we got a shot. That's what I'm saying. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. I don't want the next hour of the show to be this, of course. Vadam with $5 says, I see West Central Sanitation is looking for a route CDL driver starting at 23 to 25 an hour. Oh, Vadam, are you telling me that I should it's fucking over? I should get a CDL and just call it a day? Luckily, we're not doing that poorly. If I zoom out from today's show, I'm like, all right, we're doing well. But today's goal, I just, when we're this far from the goal, I can't do a proper show. I get in my head, I think about it, it fucks me up, and I really hope you guys get the motivation and get the feeling, with the iShow Speed stuff and the Johnny Somali stuff, all the other stuff we've been doing today, it's been pretty good. I hope you do find the motivation to dig in and throw us a couple bucks. Show your appreciation for the program. That would be great. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. It's been good to be the toe lately, but today it's stinks. 180 away from today. Let me know what I need to do so you guys feel a little bit more generous, because, like I said, I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Let's get them in there. Call it a win. Oh, guys, this is terrible. We've got transphobia. I tell you one thing. And there's one thing that makes me nervous and worried more than the goal being at 180 with like 40 minutes left before I really have to beg you for money. At 180, by the way, at 180, I'm not doing the 5-minute thing. That's too pathetic. I'm not going to do the 5-minute thing at 180. I'll just take my loss like a man and go home. Like I'll just take my L at that point, because we ain't knocking out 180 in 5 minutes. So like I said, help us out. Let's get this number down. I sure would appreciate it. If you watch this show and you love it and you never give, don't just sit there in the corner and go like, maybe he won't notice me. Throw in a few bucks once in a while. I'd appreciate it. So in the UK, thank you very much. Hey, that's the start of a rally, guys. Thank you very much. That means an insane amount to me in terms of doing the show and carrying on and doing all this other stuff. Mersh ROTC did write in and say, I end my show when my audience disrespects me this much. No. I owe my audience a 4-hour show at the very least. That's why we're not sitting here going, you should be giving me more. You should be doing. No, I'm asking. That's it. I'm asking. 170 away. Please go on a rally in the next 10 minutes before 9:30. I would love to be at a number that we can defend and attack and maybe knock this thing out. But no, there's no quitting early or anything like that. That's bullshit. I just got to do a show that my audience wants to give money to, and if I don't knock out that goal, that is something that I did wrong, not something that my audience did wrong. Never. That's why we don't do the Marvin Sapp and lock the doors on them. We just say, hey, we say please. Around here, we say please, and we say thank you. Please and thank you. 170 away. Hey, get down another 40 or 50 bucks. We might be able to knock this thing out today. Papa Shab says, regardless of what you think about Aaron, he can take a beating. Now, he definitely cries off air, but he can take a beating nonetheless. No, I just, if we lose by over $100, it smarts for about 5 minutes. Then I head to the gym and I do my day and it becomes a thing. And what do you do? Dive Bar says you just need more donors. The same people can't pay $100 a month. I agree. I agree. We have more than enough audience to support what we do. We just got to have everybody, like I always say, if everybody's just throwing in $3-4, we're good. We got it nailed. But some make up for others, and that's okay. That's the nature of when you do your show for donations. That you have to be, you got to respect that, and you got to be mindful of that. Nobody owes you anything, So, keep it going. 170. 170 away from today's goal. Still a jittery number for me. $2 from 383 Novocaine. He says Aaron Pilgrim in Cold Spring is hiring chicken pluckers. There you go. That gets us another 5 combined. 165 away from today's goal. Thank you, guys. Actual Steel Toe fan says, so no big deal. Don't let him guilt you. He'll feel better in 5 minutes. Well, I don't want people to think I walk around devastated because we missed one day. I mean, I still walk out of here smiling, and I'm like, we'll get them tomorrow, or people who are listening later sometimes chip in. The only time I hate it is when I'm in the middle of the show, and I'm like, fuck, I am bombing right now. And it's really frustrating. You're thinking, oh, man, maybe if I hit refresh. You're in the middle of the story, and you're like, we need to get down to this number. When you're doing math in your head in the middle of a story, and also the stories you're going through them quicker because you're panicking a little bit, that part sucks. That's the part I hate. So 165 away. I really want to win today. 165 is a huge hit. That's a shitty loss. So let's see if and we've been talking about it now for the better part of 20 minutes. And that part sucks too. I hate that. So get in there, throw a couple bucks in. You guys are starting to rally. Like it's picking up. Don't let that fire go out. Let's throw some kindling on there. What do you say? This Ashley St. Clair thing from yesterday, man, I really hope we rally up because there's a lot of meat on this bone. And I'm not talking. Silverwolf says, this is Aaron when we missed the goal. All right.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Yeah, mission failed. We'll get them next time. That doesn't mean that while we're still alive in the mission, I'm not doing whatever, come on, let's go, baby. Like, I'm going to give my all to get to that number. But when it's done and we take an L, you take your L, you go to the next day. That's what you do. So Elon Musk, one of the kids that he had, Rebecca with $5. Thank you, guys. Everybody who's throwing in money today, thank you so much. $5 says, can you milk me, Greg? Love it. Here's my contribution. Thanks for the laugh. Hey, thank you very much. If we make you laugh every day, you consider throwing us a few bucks. 155 away from today's goal. Could you please, would you please throw in a few bucks, help out the toe. Let's get a win today. We're 155 away, and this whole hour has been us asking for money. I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud of it. I don't think I think this show, the first 3 hours of this show were very, very good and deserving of much, much more. But this last hour has been nothing to write home about. I will admit that. But I want to win. So if you guys could please throw in a few bucks. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. We're not even going to be able. We're probably not going to do the 5-minute segment today unless a rally gets here because 150. I mean that the percentage is so low that you're going to knock that out. That I'm kind of at the point where I'm like I'm not going to embarrass myself at that. So if you're a steel toe hater, this is a big day for you. You're getting a nice. You haven't gotten many wins lately. We've been kind of kicking the shit out of you. So I'm glad that I can help you out. But if you guys want to get us within striking distance here, I sure would appreciate it. 155 is the number for today. Yeah, and St. G, you're right. That guy with like 20 viewers at a time, he's going to have a field day with this one. I'm sorry. I do think that's funny. I think that level of obsession is in itself kind of a win for the toe, but thank you. Let's watch a little Jen Pascal. Let's burn through as many of these clips here because overtime ain't looking good today. Unless you guys feel like throwing in a little bit. 155 is the number. There's all the links in the chat. Do what you can. Help us out. PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, gifted memberships. What do you say? Let's burn through some of these stories. This one's Jen Psaki. Somebody was shitting on Biden in a podcast. She wasn't happy about it. Boom, let's go. Let's get through this one. I'm trying to give you I'm doing the best I can, boys and girls. Let's just do it. I'll do my best. You do your best. That's where we'll go today. But 150 is a lot. That's a fucking hit. That's a shit show right there. We got to wait for this 30-second ad. Then we'll get to the Jen Psaki. I actually liked Jen Psaki.
The other thing I would say.
Boy, you see that? As soon as it gets to any criticism of Biden, she goes, it's like me being $150 away from the goal today and trying to focus on a story. Is give us money. I empathize. I see what Jen Psaki's doing, but like with me now, it's a weakness.
A Joe Biden.
Crowder wears panties with $10. Says, here you go, big guy. Thank you very much. 125, guys. Keep it going. This, goddamn, man, we've had a lot of false starts on rallies today. Let's make this the one. 125 away. Let's do it. And then we can just do a show. Thank you, Crowder wears panties. Thank you, Thermodyne. Everybody step up. Let's do it. So I don't mind going balls out for the goal. I really don't. People make fun of it. That's their prerogative. They can do it. I'm always going to get pumped to hit what we need to because I love this show, and I really love doing it. It's a passion of mine. Absolutely. Thank you. Remember, what is it? What did Marvin Sapp say? Donations are giving is worship. Giving is worship. J.H. Carl Jobst lost his lawsuit against Billy Mitchell. I don't even know what that means. He's a gamer? That would be rough. All right, guys, $45 away from wrapping this thing up today. We're not going to do the last 5-minute segment because you guys have really rallied like crazy. Numero uno Josh Denny fan says, Happy Fool's Day. How are you celebrating? By being me. By being me. $40 away from today's goal. So here's the deal. In the next 32 minutes or so, everybody throw in 5 or 10. Let's get this last $40 taken care of. We'll call it a win for the toe without doing the last 5 minutes. If it works for you, it works for me. All right, that's another $220 off of today's goal. Hey, we're at an even $19 away from today's goal. Thank you guys very much for that. Wait a minute. Helgi with $5 says R.I.P. Liberty. Now we're down to 15. Hey, boys and girls, $15 away from today's goal. Keep going. Let's knock it out. We didn't even do the last 5 minutes today because you guys rallied so hard from 180. I appreciate that. I'm going to have Johnny come back tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe we need him to make a buck or two. All right, what's RIP Liberty? By the way, 1360 away from today's goal. Keep it going. 1360 away. You guys have really strung together a good one for us today. I appreciate it. Finish off this big rally and get it all the way down to zero. Everybody with $2 or $3 will handle this thing. Here, let's take a look. Florida education rank. Let's kill the state income tax and kill the goal. Murder the goal. Like, what was his name? Oh, God. Like Liberty. Tripping that IED. Let's knock out that last 1360 and call it a win for the toe. We're going to use the last 3 minutes to get that last 1360 in. America's, oh, God. I might go late for this one. This lady, God, I could either end the show with this today or start the evening show. Let's end the show with this. This woman. America's plummeting marriage rate explained in one brutally annoying rant. Watch this liberal woman detail why she dumped her boyfriend. Guys, throw in a couple bucks apiece. Let's knock out that last 1360. Papa Shop says this Jew is really stressing over $13. Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's go. What do you say? Let's hammer it out. Let's call it a win for the toe. Oh, no, not 270. Jesus Christ. 13. There we go. $13 away. Knock it out. Huh? MSO says, I was all for the goal, but now you're pushing too hard. All right, $13. Call it a win. All right, here we go. America's plummeting marriage rate explained in one brutally annoying rant. Let's watch this chick, and while we do this, you guys throw in, and we'll call it another win for the toe. All right, Jake with $10. All right, $3 away then. Somebody knock out the last $3 with $10 coming in on PayPal. You guys knock out. Now MSO's like, all right, I'm fucking mad now. Knock out the last $3. And let's call it a win for the toe. Here we go. Hey, guess what that does? $1.60 away from today's goal. MSO, puke in your hat for me.
So he was like,
Drew with $5. All right, we're officially over, guys. Another win for the toe.
okay, saying that to me is absolutely.
We knocked it out today. We got another win for the toe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Addicted to Super Chat's Good Egg with $1 says, so do you have any friends besides Johnny, Matt, and Cheetos? Seems like you pay or are in business with all the people you associate with? No. All my friends are down in the cities. Well, I shouldn't say all. That's disrespectful. Most of my friends are down in the cities. Best friend of mine lives in Maple Grove. The other one, Ramsey. Another one, Blaine. Dude, you got a small world. Like, if you watch my show and you think those are the people I socialize with, you got to stop being so. I keep trying to teach you guys this because it'll help you. You got to stop, like, looking at these shows and going, that's their whole life. I know with, like, Melton and that, it is their whole life. Well, I'm their whole life. But, like, I don't know if you just don't watch people who do performances, like, who do actual real shows. This isn't my life. This is what I do for work. This isn't, like, my life. Bro, you got to stop with that parasocial thing, man. You got to go meet people. You got to stop thinking that everything he does on the internet is his life. Dude, not even close, bro. Addicted to Super Chat's Good Egg. Thank you for the $1. But, buddy, you got to stop with the parasocial shit. Like, you're too invested, and it's like, I can actually feel heartburn coming off of you, if that makes sense. Like, I can literally feel how stressed you are with, like, how much time and energy you put into online personalities. It's figure it out. Try to get away from that because it's just a bad look and a bad way to go about life. I mean, you do you, but the parasocial shit makes me sad for the world my children are going to grow up in. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a great rest of your day. Fucking unbelievable rally. Thank you so much. Holy shit. I hope you guys enjoyed the October 2017 show we put up. You know, I found a really interesting way to do this Rumble Studio thing to qualify for the creator program. Instead of going on an hour a day for like the next 4 weeks, which is insane, with really nothing to say, I have this 8-year back catalog of stuff. Let it out. Like the members only stuff that we're doing is from 2019. You know how long it's going to take? 2 days a week, catching up with those 2 years of material. I mean, you're talking what? 90, 100. You're talking about 220, probably about, well, let's see, 21 times 10 is 210. Probably about almost 250 shows a year. At 250 shows a year, that's 100. It would take 2 years to get through. It would take 2.5 years to get through a year of shows at that rate. I know my math is awesome. I get it. So I'm like, well, let's go back to YouTube and see what some of our earliest uploaded videos are. And sure enough, we got some 2017 shit. And I'm like, well, let that stuff out to the Rumble people. You know, give them a little something for how awesome they've been. And it is fun to go back and watch those shows. Although the one we had up today had Oz in it. And I love Oz, and Oz is my buddy, and I still like Oz. But like, and one thing people complained about, and I hope this makes you appreciate the goal just a little bit more. because I know it sucks. And for three of our 4 hours today, it was an incredible show this morning. And then that last hour got really dicey with that goal being really hard to hit. But we knocked it out. We got it. All's well that ends well. But and that sucks. But all 4 hours of that radio show, every time I came downstairs, when I got home from the gym and the grocery store and I came downstairs, I'd check the comments. The comments were all, watching the comments of people go, God, it's a commercial every 15, 20 minutes. And it was a commercial it was like 4 minutes of commercials every 15 or 20 minutes. And people were like, jeez, Christ. And I saw a few people say, I'll take the goal over this any day. I was like, you know what? I appreciate that. Thank you. But the actual show, though, was really good. Ryan the Garbage Man shot me a text. Back then, they were pissed. They were like, yeah, well, you PC bitch, you're coming back and it's gonna wreck the show because you're not. And it's like, what do you want me to do? Quit? Now, 3 years later, when that same thing happened, we did quit. But the option was either quit or surrender all your social media accounts and streaming accounts to Rockin' 101, give them the trademark to the show and all that. It wasn't going to work. Plus, they were going to find out we were making like $2,000 a month on Twitch. They weren't entitled to it. I owned the trademark to Steel Toe. I owned the Twitch channel. I turned on the cameras. I did the whole thing. So, they allowed us to stream in there. We never, I kind of pulled a Ricada a little bit. I didn't lie to them. They just never asked if we were making any money on it. And if they're not going to ask, we ain't going to tell. So, I didn't, it was kind of, they were surprised when I left, but I don't think they knew, how much what they were doing kind of forced our hand to leave. Because I was like, they want Twitch. They can't have Twitch. They're going to see how much money we've been making on Twitch, and that's going to be a problem. And then also getting all the Facebooks and the Twitters and the YouTubes and getting all our social media stuff where we had, over 20,000 people on all those accounts. That was our contact with our audience. And, you take away that contact with our audience, they can just fire us, can us any day. Maybe not that day, but a year down the road, they can just cut us loose. We got no way to talk to our fans. So it's kind of, it's one of those deals where we kind of had to go. But Ryan the Garbage Man sent me a text and he goes, listening to I'll take it under advisement. By the way, no Pen 15 has a permanent spot on the board for the next 3 days. He bought himself a spot on the board for the next 3 days. He's at 52 for this week. He's right there at number 4, and that is where he will stay. The other 3 spots are up for grabs. You dude at $100, Gray Duckling at 102, and Jasper at 180. There you go. That's what it looks like right now. Hold on 1 second. Ryan the Garbage Man, call back in 90 seconds. We'll get there. We got a great show for you today. Very excited. So I heard the latest rumor was that after their numerous L's in succession, that the Onions have taken, they've kind of gone radio silent. They've kind of had to slink away from the toe, especially after the Veterans exposure. But they're now copying the toe. They're going to try to go after Opie now, which is something that we did RIP 2 years ago. So I guess if you can't beat the toe, rip the toe off. God, that guy is just completely devoid of ideas. And T-cells, apparently. That sore is not going away. So we got a couple of Opie clips tonight. We've got a bunch of other stories. Bill Maher going to the White House. Kid Rock telling us, just kind of gossiping about all that. All right, I'm not taking Ryan the Garbage Man's next call. We're going to get started. We're going to get the show started. I answered the phone. I put him on. He didn't one more time. Call and we'll... Starting to get annoyed. Starting to get a little annoyed. All right, Ryan the Garbage Man. Now this better be worth it.
Okay. I just...
Thank you guys very much. Fun start to the show. I appreciate it. 145 is the number for today. Thank you very much on that. Wonderful. And thank you, Julius, for the good question. I appreciate whenever people let me know what's going on out there and then they ask my opinion on it. I like to, especially if it has nothing to do with me, I like to just bullshit and answer on the spot. Like what happened with Numero Uno knows this shit. What happened to KB? Didn't KB have the traffic court case today? I heard that Zumach was trying to broadcast it and then he bailed out. First of all, don't be streaming those Zoom court hearings. No, Helgi, I'm not lying to you, buddy. They're out there. Wait, weren't you the one? You didn't get me your info until last week. What? Yeah, so I mailed it last week. It should be getting there very soon. I hate this. Helgi's the guy who won a bunch of shit, and for 2 weeks, I'm like, Helgi, send me your info. Helgi, send me your info. Then he finally sends it to me. 3 business days later, he's like, where's all my shit, bro? Give it a second. Roots, do I still owe you a hoodie? Send me an email. We'll send it out. Well, if Spring's going to work. Spring got back to me, by the way. They swear to God it's going to be fine. And they're like, oh, we're just really backed up right now. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to Streamlabs with Johnny as soon as my VIP and Numero Uno Josh Denny fan, until when they honor my cancellations, then I'm going to move it over to Streamlabs. But they can't even honor a fucking cancellation right. These assholes. I hate them. Never again. Rusty Grammer says, you mentioned anyone smaller than Joe Rogan, nobody is going to know who the fuck you're talking about. Pretty much. All right, guys, 145 away from today's goal. Knock it out. Let's call it a win for the toe. It was a rough road, but we got there this morning. So let's have ourselves a perfect little Tuesday here. You guys are off to a fantastic start, and we appreciate it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Appreciate it. Also, hit like, hit share, hit follow. Let's get some new blood in here. Let's grab some new fans. I love that, too. Rumble's growing like a weed. I appreciate that. Go ahead, hit like, hit share, hit follow, hit all the thing. Whatever that platform's thing is, hit that thing. All right, we got a bunch of stuff going on today. A bunch of stuff to get to here. Rusty Grammer says, send me Helgi's shit. Fuck that guy. I like Helgi. Just that Helgi took his sweet-ass time getting me his info. Let's go to these the women on the bench. This is obnoxious. Opie just takes it at face value. He believes it. And he just runs with it and then, starts shitting on. So it could be someone he's never had a problem with. Someone in the chat will show up and they will go, Opie, so-and-so was talking mad shit about you on this show or that show. And he will blow up and he'll lose it and he'll run that person down and he'll shit all over him. Meanwhile, that person never said a word about him. Nobody said anything. So Opie will it's kind of like Ron Burgundy. Whatever you put on the cue cards, he's going to read. With Opie saying
a little better.
But Opie, he didn't say it.
Yeah, it was great radio, but I also felt incredibly guilty. That was a line I didn't pass with the Opie and Anthony show. We weren't doxing people. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, you gave away his phone number on the air. It's kind of doxing. You know how I said I hope Opie doesn't spend the next minute running E-Rock down for something he never said? He spent the next minute running down E-Rock for something he never said. Oh, no. That's Honky writes, leave it alone, leave it alone. Actual Steel Toe fans still coping about the dog thing? Don't worry about it, buddy. It was fun. It was a good bit that we did. And we got Melton to feel like we always do. What can I say? I'm better at it than he is, as evidence that the war's over and we won. What are you going to do? Thank you, Gray Duckling, for the couple of bucks. 140 is the number for tonight. Why did I say 145 then? It's 140. What a fucking liar. This Imholt guy can't do math. He's a Jasper says most of your donors don't know what the fuck this is. That's why I'm burning through it real quick. I just, do you want to just go news story, news story, news story, news story? I want to get through some shit every once in a while. We weren't making any money before this. We made a bunch of money up front. We got into some news things. It went nowhere. Now we're doing this. It's going nowhere. Don't worry about it. I got the vibe early on that we're gonna go through the show we've got. So I'm sorry, Jasper. I apologize for this. I appreciate your contributions, but I have one more Opie clip that I want to get to because I am interested in this. Kevin, poor girl. 1:30 away from tonight. Thank you guys very much for your contributions. Let's keep knocking it down, and we'll work our way down to zero. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. You guys have got it. Oh, man. All right. I think, you know what? God bless. I think they've worked the crunchy stuff out of their system. Now let's go to her next ex-husband. Kid Rock was on Fox and Friends this morning. Real quick, text coming in. Sarasota sucks. Come visit Tampa. I've got a spare room. Mersh, for the last time, no. Kid Rock reveals White House dinner with President Trump, Bill Maher. I am not whacking off to ends from outer space. I think if you want to watch it, by the way, I think it's only like 15 minutes long. Oh, shit. You know who's cutting into our numbers tonight? Ed and Michelle are live playing April Fool's match game. You guys want to see what Ed looks like without a hat? You guys want to watch some Ed and Michelle? Go in and write in Ed and Michelle's chat. You guys promise to hit the goal and we can go into Ed and Michelle's chat for just a couple of minutes? If I put this link in the chat for you guys, are you going to be nice? Hobo, all you guys, I just put the link to Ed and Michelle in the chat in both YouTube and Rumble. If we go in there now and I go catch up with their chat and we go watch Ed and Michelle, are you guys going to be good? That's my question. Thank you to Red Fox Mad for the $4.99. $120 away from tonight's show. Let's keep it moving. We're $120 away from the W, and I like that you guys have done it just $2, $3, $4, $5 at a time, exactly the way I like it. Let's go in there and let's have some fun with Ed and Michelle. Say hello from the toe. Let's see what we've got so far.
Food related.
All right, Ed's not going to read any of our nonsense anymore. Oh, well. I thought it was going to work out. 191 Redbird with $1 says they will be degenerates. I thought you guys were pretty well behaved. I thought you guys did a pretty good job with Ed and Michelle. I'm actually pretty proud of you. I really am. That could have gone. I was really hesitating doing that. I love that he tried to read the hobo one. He's like, Aaron, Golden Corral, what? And then, of course, the Aaron can eat an entire frozen pizza. It's a great party trick. Thanks, guys. Gray Duckling with $30 says for Crunchy. All right, we're down to 90. Thank you guys very much for your contributions tonight. $90 away from tonight's goal. Let's get into some trouble. If anything good comes, if you're still watching Ed and Michelle and they throw anything good out there, they read a good chat, let us know. We'll go back and check it out. Why not? Thank you, Gray, for the $30. $90 away, guys. Everybody throw in Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and let's finish that thing off now that we're in the double digits. Thank you so much. We haven't really talked about this story, but have you heard about the hairdresser that we deported that, like, this is like the new liberal rallying cry. They even got Joe Rogan on this one, actually. Joe Rogan is sympathetic to this. Apparently, $90 away from tonight. Keep it going, guys. Let's, hey, in the next 10 minutes, let's make that last 5 useless. Hasn't really been any goal talk tonight. I like that. And you guys have all been chipping in a little at a time. And finish that 90 for a slam dunk, and I'm a happy camper. Let's go to this Venezuelan hairdresser shit. Hey, I think Zumak might have been watching Steel Toe because he finally straightened up and addressed this, the thing, the courtroom thing. He says, hey, guys, I panicked on the courtroom snipe. They wouldn't let me back into the room. I tried, but I sent the link to someone, and they are going to try to record it and put it out. There's a good chance it was just a continuation with no verdict. I know how this works. A little self-deprecation. See, I told Chad, I said, Chad, just be honest. Say what it is. Just, take care of it. Just tell them, you got a little panicky. Which, by the way, getting out of there and not streaming the thing was the right call. So good for him. Misery Loves Clips does have a picture of the judge in Kevin's case. You know what, though? I would look like that. Not black, but I would just kind of look pissed and bored if I was I mean, it's question. It's questionable. I mean, I don't think so. But then again, I rarely get to control what any of my shirts mean to this audience. If you're the social pretty girls or pretty antisocial. God, I always fuck that up. If you're my girl Jackie, you think that I'm actually wearing these shirts to send a message to people, like I'm secretly starting rallies or sending messages to people through my clothing. God, if all of those people, like the Jackies of the world and everyone else, and like Moody, who I think wants to move in with me, he seems like a stalkery creep. I'm not interested. No offense, buddy. But all these people put so much thought and emphasis, and they like dig so deep, and they're like, I bet you he does this for this. I would love to just show them like a day in my life and have them go, wow, he really does just kind of blunder about like a all day, doesn't he? He just kind of blindly grabbed at a shirt. Boy, we really made this guy seem like he was more like plotting and all this shit than he actually is. He's kind of just a big dope, like he says he is. So disappointed that you just remember, I do the exposing. I can't help it. I can't help it that I'm right all the time. It's not, and I'm sorry it upsets you. All right, guys, $85 away. Let's knock that out and do some overtime. What do you say? We've got 6.5 minutes left to go. Let's see what's up. There you go, actual Steel Toe fan. Yes, they did. They meant it when they said it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to expose to you that these people are a little weird. It's actually pretty mild compared to the conspiracy theories they come up in that Discord, boy. Sorry, buddy. I'm just trying to help you, too. Just trying to help you, too. I'm sorry that I cracked these things open. They look ridiculous, and they have to spin their way out of them. I'm just having fun. All right, guys, $85 away. Are we due for a loss tonight? I don't know. We got it down to 85 pretty easy. I think we can rally up in these next 5.5 minutes and call it a win for the toe. I almost feel like playing the Jewish music. We get close enough, and I think I'm going to fire up the I'm in a dancing mood. We get enough 10s and 20s in here in this rally. I think I'm going to fire up the music. But first things first, we got to rally up. So whether it's Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, gifted memberships, whatever you got, let's throw it in there and see if we can't knock out this last $85. Call it a win for the toe and do a shitload of overtime tonight. All right, 5 minutes away. Let's do it. Let's get this rally started and see what we come up with. I've got all the notifications ready to go here. Don't worry. I haven't missed any. There aren't any yet. But hopefully we get there. $85 away. Let's see if we can hammer it out, get a win, make it a perfect Tuesday, and continue on our perfect week here on the toe. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. There's Jasper gifting 5 subscriptions. And right off the bat, we're down to $60. We got Billy Bob Norris, Honky, Yankee, My Lost Interest in JB Gunner TV, all getting Rumble memberships. Hey, guys, go ahead and pass those along. If you got one, pay it forward. Let's keep going. Thank you very much, Jasper, for the 25. Throw him a little something. $60 away from today's goal, and we're getting close. Look at that. What a punch for a rally. 4 minutes away. Can we get the rest of it? Can we knock out that last $60? That was a pretty good start to it. I think if we get a little closer in 1 minute, I'm going to fire up that music because that'll take us to the end of it. Let's see if we can get a little closer. I feel like dancing. I feel like music. What a nice and easy roll to the goal this would be if we just walked it into the double digits and then punched it out in the last 5. All right. 4 minutes away. 3.5 minutes away. I'm sorry. Let's get in there. Let's get inside of 50 and then on our way to 0 for tonight's program. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants with exactly 3 minutes left on the clock. Let's get there. If you got gifted a membership, go ahead and pay it forward. Skybrick with $2 says, let's see the Shuli dance music. Oh, boy. No, actual Steel Toe fan, I'm sorry, but our morning numbers are crushing them, and we don't even buy our numbers. Oof, sorry about that, Steel Toe fan. He's hanging on as best he can. I'll give him this. Like, he fights a losing battle, but he pushes back. He fights well. I am proud of him in that regard. All right, guys, a little under $60 left. And we got 2.5 minutes to go. Let's knock it out and call it. You know what we need? We need the music. Fire up the music. 2.5 minutes left. Let's see if we can get some dancing in. Donos and dancing. That's what we're doing. $1.99 from DS. He says, dance, pretty boy. You ain't a Dodger. Thank you, pal. $1.99. A little less than 60 left. Let's get it in there. Call it a win for the toe. You can do it. An actual Steel Toe fan, nothing personal, buddy. I like to celebrate my wins, and I like to tease the pathetic. Not you, but you do a good job of representing your side. I give you credit. All right, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's knock it out and call it a win for the toe. And Steel Toe fan, you know all those are my people, too. You know it. You know it. Can't do it without me. Let's do it. Minute and a half. Minute and a half, guys. Let's at the very least get it under that 50 mark so we can keep going tonight. $60 away. Either way, we've had a lot of fun with Ed and Michelle. Let's do it. 1 minute left. Oh boy, I can't dance. I can't dance to this. No donos. I can't dance to no dono Jewish music. It doesn't work. Oh boy. I don't think we're going to do it tonight. How much time we got left? We got a minute 13 left in the music. A minute 13 to knock this thing out. $60 away. Can it be done? I think so. I think it can be done pretty easily, actually. Few 5s, few 10s. We got this thing. What do you think? We're getting close to the end. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. 45 seconds left to go. Oh, boy. Chad Buzamok has the clip. We'll play that for overtime, too. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, we're 60 away. We can get inside of 50. I'm starting to think we're f***ed. Oh, God, we might lose. 30 seconds left to go. A 10 gets us, just extends the clock. Uh-oh. Get ready for the countdown. 20 seconds left. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We've had a good night. You guys have been awesome, and we've been doing very well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do our refreshes. Sanford. Oh, there's Sanford's son with $20. That brings us down to 45. Well, that's going to put a stop to all that goodbye shit. Thank you, Sanford's son, for the 20. Well, there you go, guys. A little new life. There you go. Kevin Soundboard with $1 says, oy vey, this music prevents me from sending more than $1, not for nothing. Coyote NV with $19.99. Oh, shit, there's another 15 off the clock. $30 away from tonight's goal, and it looks like we've got an inside track to knocking this thing out. Thank you, Coyote. Thank you, Sanford Sun. Ooh, a little bit of last-minute magic here on the toe. There's Jana with a bill for $100. Fuck. Well, never mind. Ryan the Garbage Man sent me a bill on PayPal for $1,000. Now Jana sent me one for $100. Guys, that just sets... I'm kidding, of course. Kidding. All right, $30 away from tonight. Fire it up. Finish it off. We got an extra 30 minutes. All right, let's go see what Chad Buzamok did. While you guys throw in your 5s and 10s, I'm assuming that this is going to be exactly what I asked for. He's not going to clip anything bad. He's not going to take anything I did, put it out of context, and then make me look silly. He's going to do a good job. He's going to, Chad Buzamok respects me, and he respects the toe. Okay.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
That's a good clip. We're retweeting that one. I have to admit, I walked into that one. Good work, Buzamok.
Came out with it and he went, enough of
God damn it, Aaron, would you hit the eyeball on that shit? Enough already. The thing is, you watch those clips, and while, yes, that is remarkably embarrassing, it also shows that I'm very, very funny. Coyote NV with $199. Thank you very much. You know what that puts us at? $28.50 away from tonight's goal. That's right. We're nickel and diming it tonight. We're getting all the way down. $28.50 left to go. Your 1s and 2s mean something here on the toe. Let's get it all the way down to zero. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We got 25 more minutes of overtime left to do this thing. There's Monica with $5, and she wants to see some dancing. All right, let me be a dirty whore real quick. Hey, 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 hey. It's kind of catchy. You know I got clipped by YouTube for that? They demonetized the whole episode for that. They do. Kind of Jewy if you think about it. All right, thank you very much, Monica. That and funeral director's $2 puts us at $22 even. Well, now we're at $21.20 because of Honky with his $1. Oh no, we're at 22 even. Yeah. That puts us at 20. God damn it. 21.20. Okay, I've got it figured out. There we go. 16:30 away from tonight. I love when you guys do this. Buck or two at a time. 16:30 away. Skybrick with, well, thank you guys very much. 16:30 away from tonight. Keep knocking it down. I appreciate it. And Monica, thank you for the $5. Very, very kind. All right, little mini rally there. I like it. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's finish it $2 and $3 at a time. And I don't want somebody popping in with like 10 or 15 and being a dick like that. That always happens when we do this. Let's go to this Lutheran pastor.
He just came out with it and went, enough.
No, God damn it. Not Buzamok's thing already. Shit. Let's go to this Lutheran pastor who, hey-yo. Actual Steel Toe fan. Oh, shit, it is the first anniversary of April's last episode. 1 year ago today was April's last episode of Steel Toe. And it is actually the one time that a Patrick Melton line has made me laugh. He's not a very funny guy. There's a reason he had to walk off crying his last stand-up set. But the title of the episode was this is back when Patrick had the balls to actually rip on Nick like he did his stand-up. Now he needs him because he's getting his ass kicked by Aaron so bad. He made a joke. The title of the episode was, Can April Fly Solo? And Patrick went, Can April fly solo? No. Next question. I mean, he delivered it shitty, but the premise was good. She's suicidal from the internet. Like, when you have that bitch delivery, it's kind of tough, but like it kind like he made it work. I think the actual phrase was so good that even his delivery couldn't fuck it up. But yes, it's been 1 year since the show's goals went down a little bit and the budget got a little more manageable. And I had about $5,000 stolen out of my bank account after we signed papers that said it was mine. So nice. So, well, you know, it was a different time and we're different people now. All is forgiven. All right, let's go to this Lutheran pastor. That's it, guys. The goal is done for tonight. We knocked it out. $20 from Monica. Thank you so much. Hey, guys, if you want to, anything you throw in is going to go towards tomorrow night's goal. But I think if we knock out tomorrow morning and we've had a perfect week, I kind of want to give you guys tomorrow night off from a goal. I'm not going to take away the show. We'll still do the show. But I was thinking about, you guys have been doing great and the numbers have been very good. I think I might want to give you one on the finger. That sounds tomorrow night. Hasn't been too bad. Skybrick with $2 says, the power of compels you. Do you guys, hey, quick question. You guys want to finish up that Lutheran pastor guy? Oh, that's a terrible choice of words. Or do you want to go stream snipe Keanu and you guys can fuck around in her chat like you did Ed and Michelle? But be nice. Fuck around with Keanu. Finish up here for the next 10 minutes. Your call. Your call. Oh, she's not on yet. She's not on for another 37 minutes. What the? Why did I get a notification? God damn it. Well, that was a bust. All right, you want to finish up the show here or you want to go stream snipe Sean? No. Decline host asked Michelle to show her tits, and I asked if she'd Ricada, says numero uno Josh Denny fan. So if that's the nice scale, then there's nothing to fear. Ed and Michelle shut it down, right? They said that they were done. Let's go see how that whole thing finished up.
From the house.
They don't have the chat replay up yet, so.
For this Vegas vacation is that
we've expanded.
Hey, now they can have thousands They're afraid. Now they can have thousands of votes show up in the middle of the night. It's perfect. It's perfect. Thank you very much, Crunchy. What a great way to end the night. $50 ahead, $55 ahead for tomorrow evening. So I have a decision to make. I'm thinking if we knock out tomorrow morning, I might want to just go no more goals the rest of the week. I don't know. We'll think about it. I got to stop saying shit out loud before I think about it. But either way, we knock out tomorrow's goal. We're going goalless one day the rest of the way.
Fuck Real Media Player. You better give me $200 or you ain't getting no content, nigga.
First of all, I'm making fun of you because it entertains me. Hey, let's pick on a guy for a little bit because their show sucks or they don't do a show where they're not any good. Like, subscribe, share, the whole thing.